Hey everyone, welcome back to Majin in the Forsaken Kingdom. It's been a while since I last played, but we made it to the Crystal Palace, and there are a whole lot of enemies in the way. So let's see if I remember how to fight them. I want to take out the archer first. And that's apparently not the way to jump over the railing. Alright. I remember how to lock onto these guys now. And of course I do remember to take out the one in gold armor first. But there's another archer up there who's doing a number on my party here.
Can't reach.
I think I'm gonna have to go up and deal with the archer before I get too heavily invested in these guys. But I'm not gonna pass up an opportunity to shatter an enemy. Or to whack this one a couple times while he's down. Okay, now the archer, because we're like a third dead at this point. There we go. Alright, so I haven't lost it all, but I think I'm in a very awkward position for healing here. At least let's talk. I like talking.
You can break enemies I turn into crystal. They disappear. Very powerful.
Yep, that is our newest power. And the crystallization broke just as the Majin was walking across the dark pool. But the way is clear. We can finally advance. Nothing obvious over that way. So we need to come over to this side of the room. And there is clearly the path forward. We've got a wheel over there that'll extend a bridge. Just need to figure out how to get over to the other side. I don't think I'm going to be getting across this room. No, definitely not. Unless we can... Yeah, we can't crystallize it because the Majin can't get to it from there. Nothing that I'm missing downstairs. Clearly can't jump across, or else why would they even bother to retract the bridge? Alright, there's something I'm missing here. That looks promising. That we should be able to crystallize from here. Alright, now I can get across the room on the upper ledges. Once I've distracted the archer. Definitely don't want to mess with him. Alright, now the tightrope act. Pretty familiar by now. And I'll hit one of those other purple eyes to renew the stun there. I don't seem to be able to target it effectively. This could be bad. Okay, fortunately there is a path to safety, and thanks for the boost. Don't know what you're hopping around for. So let's try that again, but this time I'll target a different eye. leaving the one that I hit first, since I will be able to get to that one from the far ledge. If I can make the first jump. Okay. Now, my path should be clear. And it's always creepy to see one of those doors with the plants growing all over it. Now, my way is clear to these barrels, I suppose. Don't know what I would do with them.
Both you and the Majin sure are getting strong. If it was just one of you, you couldn't have got this far. Keep going like that, making the most of your partnership.
Sure thing, but that partnership right now involves extending a bridge.
We did it! We good partners! I go now.
So now we can get over to this side. That will be a room of transport, I believe. Problem is, I'm not sure what we're going to be able to do from here. I can't target the goo on the floor because these enemies are in the way. Might be able to draw them out and fight them on solid ground, but ultimately that didn't work and I had to give up. Rather amusingly, I did manage to draw a couple of the enemies out, just randomly running around down there. I mean, hey, whatever works. I can fight them. This just isn't really going to help me, but it does split up the enemy party a little bit. So now I only have these two guys to fight up here, and the few remaining enemies once I get down there. Trying to get to this enemy so I can do a finishing move, but it's too late. I'm sure you've all seen the solution to this puzzle by now. In retrospect, I've been making things a lot harder than they need to be. I do still want to take out the archer before I've done too much here. And it finally occurs to me that I can actually get to that ledge. And at this point, the Majin can get close enough to absorb the soul that's left behind, so I might as well. And fortunately, it is possible to get back to the upper ledge without having to go all the way around. So my best thought at this point is perhaps the Majin can blow down these barrels. But then eventually it hits me. We just need to get across the room there, and from up here I can target the dark goo. And now it's just a matter of fighting these enemies normally. Or as normally as I feel bothered to do while I'm up on a ledge with barrels. These guys are no easier to defeat than they used to be, most of the time. But we do have a shortcut now. And if we can actually keep our footing for long enough to use it, we can take them down in one hit.
I blow sparkle breath.
And get some good experience for it at the same time.
Toki always.
Okay, we've heard that before. So finally, we've got the Majin over here. We can crystallize the dark goo in front of the wheel that opens the door.
We did it! We good partners!
That we did, and that we are. I've just managed to spot this staircase. How many secrets are in this room, anyway? So it's still part of the same room, and I missed pretty much everything. Well, I could go back for it, but we got a boss up ahead, and I don't want to spend any more time on it, nor do I really want to cut the episode here and try to pick it up next time for just the boss. So, one final save, and we're off to meet the Queen, Ixtab.
Who goes there? Oh my, if it isn't her little pet. Has it changed owners? Or is it wandering, looking for her perhaps?
She... Ixtab.
The one who loves gems?
Dare you speak my name? I am the Queen! All anyone ever speaks of is my daughter. If you refuse to bow before me, be gone!
I don't know why they had two Tepeus during that cutscene, but the method for fighting the Queen is pretty obvious. She's standing in a big puddle of goo, so we purify it. And then smack her butt. And we've just got to do that over and over again. Well, of course, she's going to try to stop us. Eventually I'll find an effective way of keeping her distracted while the Majin does his thing. Right now, she's just going to keep plowing into him. And now I'm completely out of magic, so I've got to beat her up a bit until I get more. See if I can draw her attention over this way and give him time to purify. Well, she has noticed me at least. That's what I was waiting for. Alright, another couple rounds like that.
Always thank you.
And at least he can charge up some magic by hitting her. It's just not an easy target. Which is surprising since it's so big. But once you get into a good pattern, you can pretty much go straight from one red period into another. Get some time while she's turning to attack. And I went in for the kill a little too early and got stuck. But I think we're done here. One thing I haven't done is talk to the Majin mid-fight.
It ran away. We chase.
And of course, there's always a second phase.
Darkness gives me power. I'm stronger, more beautiful.
Sticky stuff come up from there. Must do something, or it stick to us.
Well, the game's pretty much shoved my face in the solution to this part. We just have to have the Majin destroy these things that are dispensing the dark goo. Of course, she wouldn't make it easy. I can stay hidden, but the Majin's right out in the open here. So just see if I can distract her a bit.
You cowardly thief!
Yeah, I kinda want him to finish destroying this thing.
Dirty!
But we're in the Queen's sights now. So the real trick here is just to stay as far away from the Majin as I can and keep throwing rocks to distract the Queen.
Cowardly thief!
Preferably before he starts smashing the dispenser. I don't even really know what those things are. Look kind of like trees, maybe? I mean, I guess that makes sense. The darkness makes trees grow. Yeah, my distraction isn't going to be all that effective if we're just crossing paths. But now I think I've got her well and truly distracted. So I'll just send the Majin to the farthest tree over there. And keep the Queen facing this way. And this is a successful pattern, I think.
Cowardly thief!
There we go. That's one tree destroyed.
No! The source of my beauty!
And she's got these tentacle things that apparently she can stick into the ground and they'll just pop up anywhere. She's got a couple of new attacks, surprisingly, once we've destroyed the first tree.
The source of my beauty!
I don't know whether she just does that when you destroy a tree, or whether she's gonna do it periodically from now on, but now she can kind of carpet bomb the area with those tar balls.
No! The source of my beauty!
And with all three of them destroyed, the pool is gone. So we're right back to the original pattern.
Away. You big brute!
Crystallize the ground under her. And of course, now we're attacking the mask directly. Or as directly as we can.
Fly away.
Built up plenty of magic that time. As long as the Majin can actually get to the goo there to crystallize it. We should be good.
my beautiful body! Someone get my body back! I'll give anything! There's plenty of money!
Don't you have anything better to say? The kingdom has fallen. Even your family.
It doesn't matter. I don't care. I am only a doll. I wear beautiful clothes and play my role. That's what everyone wanted. What they expected.
That wrong. Toki's sad for you. She want to be with Ixtab.
Looks like the machines are the cause. The emissions are produced when they're operated.
But there's no way we can stop them now. The citizens are too dependent on them.
We must think of a way to get rid of this dark grout.
What do you think this is?
It's the cost of convenience. An unexpected byproduct.
Well, what if we examine the Guardian again? The machines run with the power that comes from the Guardian.
We must get the permission of the minister right away.
It's a success! This is far better than a success. Purifying the grout and crystallizing it, further using it as a source for life. This must be the secret behind the Guardian's power. Changing the poisonous grout to the energy of life. No wonder it can live for hundreds of years.
And we are on the verge of controlling that power. There's still a lot to investigate,
But we have wasted a lot. We've been draining the grout into the earth. There is a chance that new life has sprung up.
we no longer need the beast. Our abilities will allow us to control even the beast's powers.
We must go and report to Lord Baalam.
We can't expect any reward, reporting to the likes of him.
So then who?
In this kingdom, there is someone in need of a healthy body. Think about it.
I remember everything. Xolotl turned to darkness. Turned lots of humans to darkness too. Darkness spread. Lots of humans turned to darkness. So many.
And as planned, he took control of the entire kingdom.
Whoa!
That's gonna be a big help. And I've got a new title.
Humans like sparkling thing. Can't eat, but like. Why? You, my best friend.
Alright, I finally got the trophy for talking to the Majin 100 times. I actually tried to do that in my first game and never managed to do it. So now, we need to head back. We've got the room of transport open. But there's a lot of other stuff that we'll need to pick up along the way. And of course, this room over here that we've never even been able to get to until just now.
Ouch!
He's still clumsy after all this time. Story-wise, I guess we've had a few new revelations. I think it was Xolotl they were saying was weak and needed a healthy body, which would make him the source of all the darkness, which fits in with everything else we've learned so far. But for the meantime, I think we're about done here. Oh, wait a second, there's a new rat over there. See what they have to say before we quit.
The 4 masks have vanished, and the 4 powers are complete. The path to the Fountain of Darkness should be open now. Now we can finally assault the enemy's home base. But is the Majin strong enough? If you don't think he's strong enough, try going back the way you came once again.
Yep, that's right. It's time for item collection and grinding. So next time, we'll pick up from there, and we'll check out the game's DLC. See you then.